Today we are talking about the one and only Charlie Sheen.
Oh, Charlie.
This story just gets better and better.
I love Charlie Sheen because this is what I love the most about Charlie Sheen. Complete lunatic.
Yes.
Lives the life as hard as any human can. Should be dead by all intents and purposes. Should be dead by what he does. After the great craziness that happened, shows up the next day for work. And on time.
I know.
Which is why, and then I'll let you chat, but which is why people say, how can you keep employing Charlie Sheen?
Absolutely.
Because no matter what happens, he is at work, on time, and he does a great job.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Sheen is TV's highest paid star.
Yeah.
And people say, well, but, you know, he's a train wreck. He's like Lindsay Lohan. There's the distinction. Lindsay Lohan was showing up late. She was, you know, in rough shape on set. She was costing delays. They were worried about getting insurance.
Yeah.
Charlie's never been late, never flubbed a line.
Nope.
He's a consummate pro, and whatever he does when he's, you know, behind closed doors at the Plaza Hotel doesn't seem to affect him on the set. So here's a guy whose father is a famous actor, but he's also a famous activist. He's also incredibly Catholic.
Yes.
Who has been arrested, I don't know, like 50 times for protesting, you know, anti-war movements.
Yeah.
And rather than carry on this legacy, Charlie's going to see how many whores can I bang before it falls off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not exactly quite the same level of nobility.
No. But because, and this is going to sound weird, but because Charlie always does good work.
Yes.
Because he always shows up on time. Because he's never been a problem on set. What is the general attitude towards Charlie Sheen? Even in the public side.
Oh, that Charlie.
Exactly. That's just Charlie.
And nobody's surprised.
No.
Nobody's ever surprised by this stuff.
We should tell the full story of exactly what happened. This is as it's all coming out now.
Okay. So you're Charlie Sheen. You meet your ex-wife, Denise Richards, in New York because she's in town promoting this new TV show that she's appearing in.
Called It's Gonna Be Off the Air in 3 weeks.
That I'm sure it will. So, of course, they've got two little kids, 5 and 6, beautiful little daughters. They say, hey, let's take the kids to see Mary Poppins on Broadway. It's their first time in New York. The kids have never been to New York. It's an exciting little thing for them to do. Family day. Great. They all go see Mary Poppins. They have, they're either adjoining rooms. I'm not sure if it's adjoining rooms, but are across the hall. But Denise and the girls stay in the Eloise suite in the Plaza. Now, you know that story of Eloise, the little girl who lived at the Plaza. It's a famous story.
Right.
So the Eloise room is just like a little girl's, you know, all frilly and beautiful and everything. Across the hall, Dad's got a different idea for what he's going to do for his evening. Apparently there's a $12,000 a night call girl.
Well, she's not just a call girl. She's
and a porn star.
She's a porn star.
Yes.
And that's why she costs $12,000.
Well, okay.
And this is where the huge problem arose. Calls up the agency. They send him the porn star, $12 grand to have sex with her. And she's very hard and firm, pardon the expression, on the money. Because she's all business, right? For her, it's all business. Why wouldn't she be? And this is by her own admission. This is by people involved. This is now his manager is corroborate. All these things are happening now that it's all coming out. So what ends up happening, they go down to the restaurant. Charlie is allegedly drunk out of his mind. On,
from what I understand, $6,000 a bottle of wine.
Yeah. He's doing coke, takes the porn girl to the washroom. He says, let's have sex here. She says, money first. He doesn't have his wallet on him. He's naked. They come in, his manager gets him, everybody, Charlie, put on some clothes, they get him dressed, go back to the restaurant. Okay, he's out of his mind, up to the room. So apparently...
I thought he didn't get naked till he was in the room.
No,
he was actually naked in the restaurant.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Oh, that Charlie.
They put the clothes back on him. Goes... That's when they said, okay, just go to the room. Whatever you need out of your system, Charlie, get out of your system. You got to be on set tomorrow. You got to work. So what does Charlie do? Goes up to the room. He's out of his skull, crazy. They keep doing more blow, allegedly.
Kids across the hall, let's not forget.
And his manager is standing outside in the hall with his wallet because he doesn't want Charlie to go crazy and give up all this. Right. So the girl says, nothing happens until you pay me. So Charlie, because he's out of his skull crazy, accuses her of, now this is where it comes up, either stealing his $170,000 watch and or stealing his wallet.
And the cell phone was in there too.
That's right, because he can't find anything. Right. So
his manager had it.
Yes. So he starts losing his mind. He's punching walls. He's going crazy. She panics. She locks herself in the bathroom or whatever. He's screaming. The cops show up. They find a naked man punching walls, screaming.
Nice.
So he loses his mind on the cops. They tackle him. Now she's livid because she hasn't been paid. So now she's telling the world what happened because she wants her money. She wants her 12 grand.
And my favorite part of this is that there's a picture. It's not Photoshop, or the actual picture of Denise Richards with this woman.
Yeah.
Because Denise Richards at some point came down for a dinner and hung out a little bit, maybe ordered a drink, took some pictures with this woman who happened to be at the table. And at a certain point kind of realized, okay, this is a very weird scene.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with this. I'm out of here.
She's like, this is why I got divorced.
That's right.
And
that Charlie.
Yeah, and I think this, the lesson to be learned here is always pay your horse. Always pay them in advance.
Now, is this going to hurt Charlie's career?
Are you kidding? This has only helped his career.
It's going to build his legend.
Have you seen the photos of him when he was going to work yesterday?
They're fun.
He's actually waving to everybody. He's like, ha! He's like, what problem? Like, it's
Let's not forget about the extraordinary amount of money that's involved. 2.5 Men is the #1 show, #1 sitcom on CBS.
Yes.
It's in syndication. It's bringing in, I heard some extraordinary figure, like $250 million of revenue.
Yeah,
and this is all hinging on this coked out maniac. You got to be a little nervous if you're CBS.
But see, I'm not that nervous if I'm CBS because after all that, and he shows up. After going to doing the whole thing, the police shows up. If it wasn't the next day, it was the day after. He shows up on set, on time. Just hey, like nothing is out of the ordinary.
Well,
you know what I mean. So if I'm CBS, I'm just like talking to his manager. Does he bring it to the set? No. And the other thing too is Denise Richards. Did you hear what she had to say about the whole thing?
No. What did she say?
Her actual statement was Charlie's manager should have handled the situation better. In other words...
It's not his fault.
In other words, Denise knows what Charlie's like. She's like, everybody knows what he's like. The manager... And she's furious. She said the manager should have paid the girl for Charlie. Should not have left. And when you think about it, if you're his manager, you know what Charlie's like, that's what you do. You just tell the girl, here's the cash, and then Charlie does his thing.
There you go.
You don't leave that up to your client. Like, if you know that's... I know it sounds very weird. People at home are just like, this is ludicrous, but it's not our life. This isn't like somebody getting drunk at the Christmas party, at the office Christmas party, you know what I mean?